All right, everybody, welcome here for another AMA. Today we have Vidiac here. Vidiac is gonna be a token. Pre-sale is live. It's a token in the UP DeFi ecosystem. I have AJ here. I think he's the project lead of Vidiac and UP DeFi. So yeah, hello and good evening. Welcome in the bonus round.
All right, thank you for having me and having UP DeFi as a whole. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Usually our AMAs, we keep it very natural here, so I do not have any scripted questions. We just talk, see where the travel goes. And before we always start with the projects by itself, we're going to get an introduction about the team, a little bit about the background, maybe in crypto. That's always good to know. You're doxed also, so if you want to say something what you do in private life and how that connected to your crypto life, would be great to know as well. But let's start.
Yeah, so I'll introduce myself first. You guys can just call me AJ. My background would be a business degree with an emphasis in entrepreneurship, and then also an astrophysics degree. And then from college, I went off to be a pilot. So that's what I've been doing for the last 10 years now, is flying aircraft. I started with crypto back in 2010, bought my first Bitcoin, and I told my family, I'm like, hey guys, you got to check this out. And they didn't think nothing of it. They thought I was crazy. They thought it was all just dark web stuff, and I was going to go to jail. So my plan was to buy them all a Bitcoin for Christmas back in 2010, and just like, here, you guys, this is really cool. They didn't support it, so I didn't buy them a Bitcoin, and I'm sure, and they regret it now. So when I ask them, and then just over the years, I treated Bitcoin as just some fun money. Thought it was an awesome new technology. Had no idea it was going to get as big as it is right now. And then the first big bull run hit back in 2017, and that was fun. That was exciting to see everything all of a sudden take off. But then that's also when I first started getting involved in BNB and ETH and discovered what rug pulls were and all that kind of stuff, which, we all have been hurt by them. So I decided that I wanted to change that. I was sick and tired of crypto being used simply for scams and all this other BS and just hurting people. So I started working on the idea of UP DeFi. And I knew that I had to learn the code. I had to learn the whole background of everything. So I started digging into every resource I could find, learned Solidity, Java, TypeScript, you name it, and just went to town. And then started developing the idea. I thought, okay, how can I use crypto to better the world? Well, I saw a bunch of charity tokens during the last bull run, and I was like, they're neat, but then they also fail too, because their dividends are always in their native token, or they end up not having enough volume and they end up dying because that's just how it is in crypto. A project starts, it gets going, and then people get bored because the attention span for all of us here on Telegram and stuff is pretty limited. We always want to go for the next shiny thing to make those X's. So I saw that, and I saw those problems, and I came up with solutions for each one of those problems. So getting into what UP DeFi is an ecosystem of many different tokens. The first one that we're releasing is Vidiac. It's a combination of Video Maniac, and it's focused on helping content creators. So I saw over the past few years, YouTubers and Twitch streamers and Rumble and you name it, a lot of these small guys who are producing great content, but they do not get any ad revenue. Or if it's content that doesn't flow with what the mainstream feels it should be, well, then they get canceled, and then they don't get any ad revenue either. So I'm like, okay, how can I help them? And came up with Vidiac. And then how it works is the token's going to trade on a DEX the same as any other token. And when it trades, the taxes are collected just the same as other tokens. However, ours are automatically swapped into USDC. So that way, by holding Vidiac token, you end up earning passive income that's real, true passive income. It's not just dividends that are in Vidiac token, but it's just USDC. So as you're going along and you're just holding it, you're literally getting paid just to have it. It's similar to the way that a real world stock market works. When you have a dividend paying stock. So that's one way I solved the problem that I saw with a lot of other tokens with their dividends, and actually protecting investors, because whether Vidiac's chart goes up or down, the entire time it's going up and the entire time it's going down, everyone who has tokens is making money. So no matter what, you could buy at the very top. Say the chart shoots up to 100 million market cap, something crazy, and you're that sad, lonely guy who bought right at the very peak, and then we've all seen it happen before, where the chart just plummets, and it goes back down to a 50K market cap. We've all seen it happen. Well, if you're that guy and you put $100 in up on the top there, the entire time it's going down, all that trade volume, you're getting paid USDC, which we all know is a stable coin, and it gets cashed out the same as a normal US dollar. So you're going to make that $100 back that you put in, and then some. Even if the Vidiac token itself would become worthless. So that's one way that I knew that I could protect my investors. How we help video creators specifically is every week the community will vote for their favorite video creator. And once that video creator is chosen, they then get 10% of all the USDC that is swapped, sent directly to their wallet. So a video creator doesn't even need to know anything about crypto. All they have to do is be able to download a MetaMask wallet or any other wallet of their choosing, send me their address, and they're a little bit of about them, so I can create a creator card for them, which if any of you are looking at the screen right now, I got it pulled up on the website here. I can scroll down, and here's a creator spotlight. So I will happily create a creator spotlight card for anybody that wants one, any video creator that's producing content. And then this is where our community can go and they can find the creators, and we'll do the voting on a website called Snapshot. It's just it's a DAO, so that way it can take the weight of how many tokens someone has, or however the community wants to decide the vote, because this is definitely going to be a community-led project. So once somebody is chosen as that week's featured creator, like I said, they get 20 or 10% of all the USDC that is then for that week. So let me zoom out here a little bit. There we go. And you can see that for just a simple $100,000 24-hour volume, which isn't too much, that featured creator is going to make $14,000 off of that week with the starting 20% tax rate. The 20% tax rate is only initial. It's going to go down to 10 or lower, depending on what the community sees fit. But the 20% is just for that first day when that volume hits really hard and you have all the pre-sale investors in there looking to make 2-3x and then sell out. So start at 20%, but then it's going to drop down to 10, lower if the community wants to make it lower. However, the lower it goes, the less dividends that someone makes. So as we look up here too, talking about those dividends, a max wallet right now on the pre-sale is 2,500 tokens. So 2,500 tokens purchased at, I think Ethereum right now is 2,200, so $220. And if we see $1 million in volume off the launch, well, your dividends that you're gonna get is $281. So, and that's just straight math. There's no trick there. There's no crazy staking or any of this other weird APR BS that you see with other projects. Actually, so off the launch, no, here, let's see, that was 10%. There's the 20% tax. So with $1 million volume, it would be that. So to make your money back off of pre-sale, you would only need to see, looking at what, 500K volume. and you'd have your money back that first day, and then throughout that week, yeah, you're getting pretty well off. So like I said, swapping dividends into USDC was my way of protecting investors, and also then creating that passive income to really help for the featured creators. Then I mentioned earlier, another problem that these tokens typically see is they tend to run out of volume. One way that I'm fixing that is I've built into the contract a dual DEX system. So we're going to be launching on both Uniswap and PancakeSwap on the Ethereum network at the same time. So we'll build two liquidity pools right at the same time simultaneously, and then you can go ahead and start trading on both. Your tokens will be, there's no bridging, there's nothing like that. It's, you could, if Uniswap's price is lower, you can buy on Uniswap and then immediately sell those tokens over on PancakeSwap. So that dual DEX is going to create a bunch of arbitrage trading that's going to constantly try to maintain that balance between the two charts. So as investors fight to maintain that balance, that's all trade volume, and that will continue to produce USDC dividends for everyone who's holding. Let's see, what other awesome features do we have? Oh, we have the referral system as well. I built this into the contract too. So all you have to do is just join our Telegram, shoot us a message and say, hey, I want a referral code. I'll happily create one for you. It could be any string of characters you want. And then share that referral code with your friends. When they go onto the website here and they'll get onto the whitelist, and I'll explain the whitelist in just a second, but they'll apply for whitelist, I'll approve their address, and then an input box will appear. They'll input your referral code. Right now, the first 100 people to use a referral code get 100 tokens, and then it'll start decreasing slowly, incrementally after that. I have 50,000 tokens set aside initially during this pre-sale for referrals. Yeah, so that person who uses your code will get 100 VIDI tokens, and you'll get 20 tokens as a kickback on that as well. So both of you get paid in VIDI. And there's no min tokens to own in order to claim this referral code right now. So anybody can get involved in our project for free, get some tokens, and then once we're launched and we're trading, those tokens are going to start generating dividends for them. Let's see, what other things? Like I said, Vidiac, I've been very ambitious with this, and I put a lot of work into it. So one other awesome thing that I'm doing as a thank you to everybody that purchases a maximum wallet in the pre-sale, so that 2,500 tokens, is I have handmade this coin in some CAD software, because that's just another one of my hobbies. But I've handmade this coin, and on it will be your address as well as a QR code that connects to your wallet, be it MetaMask or whatever. So somebody could then, scan that QR code and send you crypto directly while you have this cool coin sitting in your pocket. So I'll be more than happy to create these, and I have a fiber laser that'll do all the cutting and everything on these coin blanks, and mail them out to you for anyone that buys a maximum wallet into the pre-sale. So I just figured it'd be just a nice, unique thank you for supporting the project. But that covers down on what Vidiac is and the overall of how it works. There's a lot going on in the background in the contract itself that I don't want to bore everybody with here today. This first launch will be on the Ethereum network, because that's where most of the money is right now, most of the trade volume. And once the community is set up and we are good to go, we're going to launch another Vidiac token on BNB and Sol and so on and so forth on other networks. Every network that we launch on allows us to have another featured creator spot. So we can go from having one featured creator per week to 2, 3, 4, depending on how many networks that we are active on. And of course, I know some people prefer one network over the other. So if they don't like Ethereum, well, then they could wait around and buy in on the BNB Vidiac or the or the Sol Vidiac. So yeah, so we have plans just to continue and keep on growing. Once it's launched too, you see I have a dashboard over here. This dashboard will be updated with once your wallet is connected to the website. It's going to show you the total dividends that have been distributed so far, as well as how much has been sent to you, and then your token balance. Just a quick way to hop on there, see how much you've made with the project, and then I figure a lot of people, they'll be able to hop on there once they've hit their profit margin and they're happy with it, you know, and they decide, okay, cool, let's go ahead and now let's take some profit out and sell some token as well on top of the USDC that I've already made. You know, take some X's out of it, if you will. That's Vidiac in a nutshell, a very big nutshell. Probably confusing. Sorry.
Okay.
Like I said, this is, I warned you that this project is it's I put a lot of time and effort into this to make it unique, and like I said, really focusing on protecting the investors and then truly helping out video creators. Video creators are the first choice for the UP DeFi ecosystem because they have a natural audience, a captive audience that they already talked to and everything. So they are natural marketers. That's one reason I chose them, because once they become a featured creator, we actually have a creator kit right here on the website that they can download. It has logos and scripts and everything else that they can then use right in their Twitch stream or on a YouTube video or anything. So that way it sends their fans over to our Telegram group or our website. So that way their fans can vote for them to become that featured creator. And some of those fans are going to become investors, whether they simply use just a referral code and start collecting those USDC dividends off of the little bit they get from using a referral code, or they you know, buy in off the DEX and start trading it. So as those creators send their fans over, their fans vote for them, that creator becomes that featured creator. He makes several $1,000s in that week. He tells his buddies about it, and it's like, hey, I went over here. It was super easy. All I had to do is just, you know, do a little bit of advertising, kind of like a sponsorship. Send my fans over there. They all made money. I made money, and their buddies are going to then want to get in on it. They're going to reach out and say, hey, I want to be that featured creator. They're going to talk to me. I'll put them up on the website and we'll put them into the voting, and their fans will come over, vote for them, become investors themselves, and it's just going to keep growing from there. So that's why I chose video creators first. Any questions on Vidiac specifically before I tell you just about some of the other projects that UP DeFi is also going to be branching into?
Yeah, let me deep dive a little bit inside, because that token is coming soon, and I want to say also something, because otherwise people think I'll fall asleep here. No, I actually like that when a dev knows what he's talking about, and you don't need to ask questions, and he can just tell everything out of the pocket, you know, not read it up or something. So that's good. I like that. Let me actually start in the beginning. So that the creator kit or platform, is it just going to be like I download the creator kit and I make like content for Vidiac or any kind of content?
Yeah, you keep making your content as you want to. If you check out some of our current creators, they will actually just simply have so in their about section, right here. So she has just a simple little blurb that says Vidiac, and then you know, advertising that way. And then I noticed too, while she's streaming, she'll actually have a logo kind of subdued up in the top of her screen. So it's really up to the creator how much they want to advertise it. But I want them to keep making their own great content that they've always been making. The more that they advertise it, the more that they convince their fans to come over and vote for them. So it's beneficial to them to actually advertise a bit, but it's entirely up to them. I'm not going to request that they do a certain amount in order to qualify or anything. This is designed to help even starting that video creator who's just starting out. He's got 1 or 2 followers, and you know, they they really have a passion for it. You know, they're making great content. They just haven't got the algorithm to work in their favor yet. So then they come here and I put them on the website. They join the Telegram and the Discord. And at that point, they then gain exposure to our thousands and thousands of members that we'll end up having, who then go over their page. If they like what they see, maybe they've just gained several hundred fans by doing this, and their channel, you know, really starts picking up from there. So that's my whole purpose for doing the Vidiac.
Oh, okay, so basically I can make a YouTube channel, put my AMAs there, promote it, and upload it, like make some nice videos for it, and then put it on your website there. Yeah. So
yeah, that would be. I mean, if you don't already have, I know you have a whole bunch of AMA recordings already. If you don't have a YouTube channel,
no, I don't have yet. It's too much hustle.
Well, make one and then upload your AMAs to it. And if you want to support UP DeFi or Vidiac, feel free to. You can, you know, throw that in there, and we'll put you in the featured creator spot. Maybe your community will come over and vote for you to get that featured spot.
Awesome. Okay, so I also got it now. So actually, that's cool. You know, like especially yeah, you can earn some money with it as well. You know, so that's always good. It's not like vote and nothing will happen. So yeah, that's good. You mentioned here maximum purchase 2,500 on your calculator earlier. What's the ratio of the pre-sale? Like when I buy, how many I have to buy for 2,500 token now?
Yep, 2,500 tokens is 0.1 Ethereum. Total pre-sale, we're looking to raise 20 Ethereum. We need at least 10 to start the liquidity pools. The liquidity pools will start at 5 Ethereum with 100,000 tokens. So that's right around 11 cents on the starting price, and right around then 100,000 or so for the market cap, total market cap. So.
Awesome. So, and you're using, of course, your website, your own launchpad, let's say it like this. Any reason why you do that, or why you don't want to get like some hype from other communities as well there?
Yeah, I chose to do it this way because Pink Sale, and I saw you had an AMA with DXL recently too, which I like DXL better than Pink Sale personally. A little more professional, I feel. But yeah, Pink Sale is, and other ones like that, they're so full of just meme scam tokens that I really didn't want to just have our project get lost in that mix. Yeah, ours is different. We are not this Doge, Shiba, whatever junk. This is how crypto in my mind should be, and a crypto with a purpose and a true utility, not just a jump in there, you know, make a bunch of money by taking it off of whoever invested last. So, and then this way too, we don't have to rely on providing that launchpad with any of our tokens or any of our funds. We can just go from there. And then as we do further launches too, it gives me more flexibility, because I have this pre-sale is built directly into the contract. So after you've got on the whitelist and this button then changes to purchase, and you have a little input box here, when you click that purchase button, you get your actual VIDI tokens sent to you. You don't have to wait for the pre-sale to end or anything. Your tokens get sent directly to you. And you can't do anything with them yet. There is also a little bit of code in the contract to protect from somebody acting maliciously and creating a fake liquidity pool, or moving those tokens around and doing something they shouldn't be. So until I initiate the launch, you can't do anything with those tokens, but at least this way you actually own them. You don't have to wait for Pink Sale to release them or any other launchpad that you're on. So I was recently bought into another project. When I bought their tokens on pre-sale and they sent them to me, apparently they were just placeholder tokens, and they were supposed to release the real actual tokens that replaced the placeholder ones 2 months into the project, and it's been going on for I think 8 months and I still haven't seen them. So that you know, shame on me for investing in that project, thinking I could make a buck. But also, I'm really happy that I'm doing my pre-sale the way that I am, because everybody gets their actual real tokens as soon as they, hit purchase. So, and of course, pre-sale is untaxed. There's, nothing's taxed until it's actually launched and trading on the DEXs.
Yeah, be happy that you only wait 8 months for the one thing. I already wait 3 years for something, and
oh, I know it's ridiculous, isn't it?
I lost it, I think, but yeah, it is what it is,
Yeah.
No, actually, it's cool you use the on launchpad. At least you can show what you can do, and of course, when you upgrade it, then later on, yeah, let other projects also launch on it, and
Exactly.
if that works good, you have more tokens to come. And when you say UP DeFi launch 10 own tokens without problems on the launchpad, then people will come also and launch their projects there. So that's good. So you have that creator platform, you have your launchpad, right? With Vidiac, nice calculator on the website. So yeah, that's good. So what's more in UP DeFi? We have time. We can talk about UP DeFi and other stuff as well.
Yep. So UP DeFi itself, like I said, this is the start of something. So all the tokens inside of UP DeFi, except for the tokens that are going to be in Project Hermes, and I'll talk about that a little bit later. But all the tokens are going to generate a USD stablecoin, whether it's USDC or BUSD or some other stablecoin, depending on the network that we're on. So protecting the investors. Collecting those dividends it doesn't cost the investor anything. That's all happening with a script that I'm running in the background, and all the gas fees and stuff for those transfers we're taking that on ourselves. So we're paying for all the gas to transfer those dividends out automatically, and they're sent out every hour. And as long as you have at least $1 in dividend waiting to go to you, once that hour is up, you're going to get sent that dollar or more. And then, of course, each one is going to then support some sort of unique niche. So this first one's video creators. As we get into Project Apollo, that's going to be several tokens that focus on music creators. So the ones that are struggling on SoundCloud and stuff, trying to gain an audience. Then you also have artists, so graphics artists. I'm blanking on the name of one of those really great websites, DeviantArt. Yeah, so people that they're out there, they're creating this amazing stuff. But of course, it's just they have a hard time making money with it. So those tokens are going to fall under Apollo, the more creative style tokens. Project Hercules is going to focus on gaming, so I'm really excited for this one. This one is going to be independent video game creators and stuff, because now we've had 2 games launched this year, or I guess within the past 6 months, Baldur's Gate 3 and Pal World, which have both just taken the video game world by storm, and neither one of them is made by a AAA game studio. So independent game creators are really showing AAA studios how to make an awesome game. And as a gamer myself, I love that, because I'm sick of EA and Ubisoft and just wrecking the gaming industry. So these tokens in Project Hercules are going to be designed to support those independent video game creators. And we can also branch out too. I know there's a lot of people out there that love board games and or Warhammer, that kind of thing, and they're developing new ones. So we can definitely create some tokens that are more shifted towards them. Project Athena, that's going to be more the charitable style tokens. So you're looking at tokens that are going to be focused on fighting diseases or providing STEM grants for schools. Any charitable cause that you can think of, that's going to fall under Project Athena. And we're going to work really hard with our community and reaching out to other communities to find out what causes they are, like what's out there, like what should we support. So it's going to be very community driven with that one. Project Hermes, these will be the ones that they don't trade or they don't give out dividends in USDC. So they're going to be higher risk, but they're going to be designed to diversify investor portfolios. So their USD or their dividends are going to be with the weekly partner token. So instead of voting for a weekly featured creator like you are with Vidiac, the community is going to vote for another token. So another token launches and the community's like, oh wow, this token looks like is really cool. I think it could go somewhere. They vote on that. That token then gets selected, just another one that trades on the same DEX. And then for that week, our taxes, the taxes from the project get swapped into that token, and that token then gets deposited directly into the investor's wallet instead of USDC. So it's a higher risk because maybe that token takes off, maybe it doesn't. But that's going to be more for the hardcore crypto traders and stuff, the ones who aren't afraid of taking a risk, looking for a 1000x project. But by diversifying their wallet, there's a chance that 1 in even 100 of the tokens that ends up getting sent to their wallet just takes off and is the next Dogecoin or something. So that's Project Hermes. And then Project Zeus is just the overall encompassing of where are we going with UP DeFi, where do we want to take it next, that kind of thing. It's not necessarily tokens inside Project Zeus, but just where we want to go in the future. So how are we going to keep helping and keep growing? So a lot of information there. Hope it all makes sense.
Yeah,
I'm happy to answer all questions.
Yeah, but we're gonna deep dive later when it's really time for it, to do. But so you plan to do like actually everything what you can get in crypto in one big ecosystem. So we have one token here now. So is Vidiac one of those projects, or is it additional? Yes. And you have 5 more? So
Vidiac, Vidiac would fall under Project Apollo. And the reason that I use these project names is because I've already come up with names that I would like to use for the tokens, and I'm afraid if I put them on here, or advertise them, someone else would then take those names or take the URLs, would steal that from me. So that's why I'm using more of a code here, just calling it a project code name Apollo versus saying the actual token names that I intend to use.
Yeah, every big company using code names, so no problem with this. So what's the timeline like for everything, like until the whole ecosystem is live?
Well, it's going to be up to the community. It's not going to be much work for me to adjust the contracts as necessary to get them ready for another launch, or create a new web page or adjust the web page. So once Vidiac takes off, I imagine within a couple weeks of it kind of existing, and it starts getting in that comfortable zone of, okay, it's real, it's actually happening, people are seeing their dividends. Then I'll talk to the community and I'll say, hey, you guys ready for another Vidiac launch, or do you want to jump into another Project Apollo or something from under Project Hercules? And we'll see where the community wants to go from there. And each one will have its own pre-sale. So if you missed this Vidiac pre-sale and it shows that anyone who bought in the pre-sale made like 100x or something, and you're like, dang, I wish I'd have gotten to that one. Well, you're going to have another chance when the next project releases, because we'll be doing another one. And I like starting at a lower market cap, like 100K or lower, so that way people can truly see those 100x returns, and make life-changing amounts of money.
Okay, so problem with, of course, more projects from the same devs and one ecosystem is that people like to always jump from one to another one, take their profits, move to the next one. How do you animate people really invest in all tokens and not swing trade the token back and forth?
Well, I mean, if they trade it, they're generating volume that pays out USDC. Like I said, the chart on my token, it can go sky high, it can go rock bottom, and it really doesn't matter. The actual price of any of these tokens is essentially irrelevant, because the whole time it's trading, as long as there's volume, you're getting paid US dollars, US dividends. So it's I'm hoping that people, when the new project comes out, they've been making so much passive income. Say with Vidiac, ETH, they've been making a lot of passive income on it. And then when it's time for Vidiac BNB to drop, that they're going to use that passive income that they're making, and they're going to want to hold on to their Vidiac ETH tokens, or at least a good chunk of them, simply because that one's been generating a lot of passive income for them. Like, why would they quit a job that requires them to do nothing, essentially? Why would they get rid of, the cow that's producing the milk? So I'm hoping that, at least the smart move would be to use your profits, your dividends from one project to buy into the next one. So that's I'm not too worried about it. If someone were to sell all their Vidiac ETH and transfer it over Vidiac BNB, and the chart ends up going down, yeah, it's a negative chart and it looks bad in the crypto world, but that's for a normal token. We are not a normal token, with those USDC dividends. So our investors are still protected.
Yeah, that's good. Do you have more people working with you, or you're doing it alone all?
Yep, I have several people. CK, the one that you talked with, he has been very helpful in shaping this project. And so he's my chief marketing officer, because he knows this DeFi space very, very well. And then I also have a couple different streamers and stuff, that personal friends of mine that I've been working with. One of them, she's not on Telegram because she's a bit shy, but she did set up my whole Discord for me. And then another one, he's listening in right now. I have a couple mods, to help keep the project on track in the Telegram group and the Discord group. And I also have another guy who has many, many, many years of real world business experience, running his own pizza chain nearby where I live. So, and then the last one I have working for me, she has a lot of real world marketing experience, because one thing I've noticed is that as I'm reaching out to these video creators, most of them, they've heard the word crypto, and as soon as they hear me say, yeah, this is a crypto project, they run away. They think it's a scam. Because we're not launched yet, we really don't have the ability to show them, like, no, it's not a scam. Like, this is how the math works, and this is how the community works, and the trading and everything. And all you have to do is just, get the creator kit, and as we talked about earlier. So she has the real world of experience of just working with corporate marketing, not Telegram crypto marketing. So she's very beneficial in reaching out and calming the nerves of these video creators and anyone else that we might need to talk to that doesn't truly understand the crypto world. Yeah, so right now our team is 7 people plus some moderators, and we're going to be looking to expand and add more as it grows as well.
Yeah, that's good, because one person can maybe manage one project, but yeah, if you bring out 5, then there's going to be a limit as well. So yeah, it's good. People with you there, and probably always free pizza also around there. So that's good. So yeah, how is all token benefiting the whole ecosystem by itself? Will there be like a whole like UP DeFi token as well, which is like the other tokens have reflections in this one, or is it going to be like, I don't know, collecting funds and just giving it out? Or is it just a name?
UP DeFi is just the name, trying to lift everybody up using decentralized finance. And I'm doing that by having, the tokens inside of UP DeFi ecosystem. The tokens are what's going to be doing all the heavy lifting.
Okay.
If that makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So let me see if I have some questions in the chat as well. Otherwise, give me a second. Oh yeah. How do you handle reported contents in Vidiac token later on? Will it be a guideline, like what you can do, what you cannot do, or is somebody filtering out, like that there's no like pornography or something?
What do you mean to kind of like reported content or?
I mean, if somebody is like putting up the link there, you have like guidelines or rules, what you can do and what you cannot do there, and what you can promote, or any
Well, I
kind
mean,
of videos.
if it, I do want to keep this fairly family friendly, so I don't plan on including OnlyFans or anything like that inside of Vidiac. Um, so I don't have any written out guidelines. This is more talk to the community and we'll see where we want to go with it. But the plan is, especially for right now, is going to be YouTube, Rumble, Twitch, TikTok, but family safe stuff, not degenerate type stuff or anything. So there's plenty of other spaces for that. If the
Yeah,
community wants to go that direction in the future, we can, look at releasing another token that is specifically for that and make it, kind of a 18 or older section to go there, but not right now, not at the moment.
can be Vidiac 18 plus or something, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. That's Sabrina's got the question there with the 20% tax. So 20% is just going to be that initial first day, and that's just to capture a lot of the volume from those pre-sale buys. So that everyone's, the ones that are buying on pre-sale, they're going to see 2, 3, 5x, and they're going to sell and take their money and get out. With that 20% tax, that's going to increase the USDC dividends for everyone who stays loyal and holds with the project. They're just going to see a much larger return for that first 24 or 48 hours. Then we'll drop down to 10% is what I had planned. However, if the community would like to go lower, or they can, the contract is set so that I cannot make it any more than 15% though. And I can individually set a buy tax at whatever or a sell tax at whatever. So if we wanted to set a higher sell tax than a buy tax, we can do that too, but no more than 15%. Okay, timeline for the tax, I was planning 24 hours, but we'll talk to whatever the community decides. So.
Yeah, I think also with all that like sniping tax and everything, just wait until it's there, and then see how many like probably gonna like anyway attack you or watch you, depends really how hyped you are. I think maybe you're gonna have a really smooth launch. There's nothing happens. Yep. So yeah, that's good. I'm actually very excited, like you have everything there on your website already, and yeah, it's going to be, I think, smooth, like the way you talk also. I think you're not going to have many haters here around. So
I hope not. And as far as the website too, I am not a creative type when it comes to one of the most difficult things for me was actually deciding on how I wanted the website to look. So if there's anything that you guys see that you want me to change, please just send me a message, speak up and say, hey, this looks too texty, this looks awful or ugly. And give me a recommendation on how to change it, and I will be more than happy to do it. So like including the address here with a little copy button, that was a suggestion. It doesn't take me long. It doesn't take me long at all to just open up Visual Studio Code, write a few lines, and then push it to the website, make a change. So I'm here for you guys. This is going to be our project. So you guys got to help me shape it.
Awesome. So I think for first version website, it's actually pretty fine. Simple, can see what you do, and of course when you have time you can overwork it, make it more modern looking, I think, but for now I think that's fine. Nothing too complicated, I think text wise it's okay, we have all the informative stuff, and I actually like the buttons here. How does it work? What is it? Yeah, so that's pretty good. It works all, nothing just
one thing I would like to clarify too is the reason that I included a whitelist for the presale and also the referral code is simply for bot protection. The whitelist on the presale prevents somebody from going in with 10 or 20 different addresses and then buying up 20% of the project. So yeah, so they're going to have to, they'd have to get the approval from me first for that wallet to purchase. So that's to protect. It's an anti-whale measurement on the pre-sale. And then the referral code too requires whitelisting to prevent somebody from going in and draining the referral contract. So, well, so how the referrals are funded is the contract itself retains a minimum amount of tokens. And if that minimum amount of tokens is not met, part of the tax is going to be held behind by the contract to specifically for referrals. And then once that, if that minimum token amount is met, that's held in the contract, everything above that gets swapped into the USDC. So that way, as trades are happening, the referrals are always funded as well. So we can keep on getting more people here, and we don't have to worry about the referrals getting wiped out.
Exactly. So that's good. So how do you gonna proceed now? So what's the next steps until the launch?
Well, right now the pre-sale is live. So for all of you interested, simply just go onto the website, connect your wallet, select the box, I'm not a robot, apply for the whitelist. I have a bot running in the background that alerts me every time a new address requests whitelisting. So I should be able to get to it right away. And then I'll be able to interact with the contract, whitelist the address. Once you are whitelisted, you'll see an input box appear here, and then the apply for whitelist button turns into a purchase button. So the minimum initial purchase is 250, so that's 0.01 ETH, or about $22. And that's just that's your first initial purchase. Then after that, you can buy up to a maximum of 2,500. So if I were to spend 250 on that first one, and then I thought, okay, I want to put a little more in, I can do any number from 1 up until 2,250, just to get to that maximum, if that makes sense. The contract's not going to let you purchase more than 2,500 with that wallet in the pre-sale.
Okay, so 2.5 max, use a new wallet if you want to buy more. So I like the ratio, actually, max back 0.1, so it's not like somebody can really get 5 ETH and then sell 15 or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, then that's why I did it this way, just to prevent a whale from coming in and owning 20% of the project. That's another thing too. If you guys want to know how the tokens are distributed, where's that tokenomics section? Oh, I think it's on Vidiac page. There we go. Yep. So here with the tokenomics, we have 500,000. So 50% are going out on the pre-sale. 20% are going to be used for liquidity, and then the team, we're using 105,000 as team tokens, just to be distributed amongst the team members, and that's going to be covering our salaries. So those tokens will not be sold. But the USDC dividends are the salary that the team will continue to work on. So it's each team member is getting 15,000 tokens, and those 15,000 are going to generate those US dollars, and that US dollars is how we're getting paid out of this project. So we're not going to be selling tokens and hurting our chart to fund our salaries. Unlike a bunch of other, that's usually what other projects do, is they sell out of their own token. And then we'll have 95,000 for marketing and referral. As I said, I got 50,000 set aside for the pre-sale referrals right away. Might not use that much, but we'll see. And then I've spent some on different things, different marketing and stuff. If someone's willing to take some team tokens versus ETH for payment. And then the utility wallet is also very important. So we're maintaining 10% of the tokens in this utility wallet. They will never be sold, but the USDC that is generated by them, by the utility wallet, is what will be used to fund future marketing and any other overhead costs that we may come up with or anything like that. So that 100,000, if you guys go onto Etherscan and see that there's a holder of 100,000 tokens, just know that that is a utility wallet, and it's simply there to generate dividends to cover our costs. So it won't be sold.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, I do not have much questions anymore. Let me just scroll one more time to the chat. No, people are quiet today. I don't know why, but yeah, let them sleep Sunday evening. Let them sleep Sunday evening. So actually, I saw one more. You do that full time, or you still flying around as a pilot?
Yeah, still flying around. I have another year and a half on my contract with whom I'm currently flying with, and if this takes off though, and it ends up doing really, really well, then yeah, this will become my full-time job. UP DeFi will be my full-time company at that point, and I'll plan to be the CEO that just keeps it growing and growing and hiring new people and expanding, and really try to do something good in the crypto space, something other than memes and scams.
That's good. So you have enough time to do that, or
oh, yeah.
I don't know how often you fly, like probably also only in the country.
Yeah, it's my job doesn't keep me too terribly busy. Yeah, this is I have plenty of time to keep managing this.
Okay, that's good. So you're gonna get paid somehow from the projects as well, or
that's the team token. Yep.
So just reflections, from the team tokens.
Yep, just reflections from the project. So I have 15,000 team tokens sitting in one of my wallets that it's just going to get those dividends, and that's my compensation.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, that's good. I did that also when I did a token. I put tokens there, and they're collecting rewards. I even locked them because I found a locker where you can do that, but yeah, if the people are trustworthy, you don't need to lock that, However, it's much better than selling these tokens, and people just they don't even realize it's actually so easy to generate a salary there, So that's good, So it keeps you motivated, of course, also to work for it and bring it to success, So that is good. One last question.
Yeah, of course. I'm here all day as long as you want to talk.
You said you bought a Bitcoin back in the day. Did you do shitcoin trading with it, or?
I didn't trade it, but there was websites coming up where they're like, we now accept Bitcoin. I once spent a full Bitcoin on an $80 pressure washer because I thought it was cool. I was like, wow, I bought this pressure washer with Bitcoin. Now it's broken, sitting in my garage, and it's worth what's the today's price? $42,000.
Yeah, I think around this,
And my brother's actually listening in here too. I gave him this is back in 2017, right before the big boom. I bought his old truck off of him for $3,000, and it was 1 Bitcoin and 3 Ethereum is what I gave him. And I told him to hold on to it. He sold it right away. So yeah, that was like the last time I ever really bothered with Bitcoin. Then I just got so busy with life that I didn't really do much for a few years there with crypto. I kept following along with it. But yeah, then once I was out of crypto and the prices shot up, and I'm just hating myself for not holding on to it and really believing in it the way that I did initially. So yeah, that hurt.
It's kind of annoying, when when you had one lying around. You should have just deleted wallet and come back like 10 years later or something.
Yeah, exactly. And like I said, my plan was to buy a Bitcoin for all my family members back in 2010 and give it to them for Christmas, and they thought I was crazy, so I was like, okay, fine, I won't. But yeah,
you should have done that. One person would have probably still kept it,
Oh yeah, no, my parents would have. It had just been sitting in their safe, on the private wallet on a piece of paper. Yep. So lesson learned there, though.
I was too young. I did other thing in that day, so now we're good. So yeah, I do not have any more questions. I do not see many questions as well in the chat anymore. Also, it's good because at least you explain then everything, and there's not many questions coming up from people. So that's good. I really enjoyed that. Very, very on the topic, very on point. All good. So I wish you good luck, really good luck. For your pre-sale and for the launch, or a backup plan in case it doesn't happen. But I see there's a plan anyway, always lying out, and there's other tokens coming as well. So yeah, I do think if you keep the work up, you can probably become a player of 2024 here in the DeFi space. So I like to network with you more, get more things going on. And if you need some help, let me know. I can forward you to other people as well. And maybe it works off for some partnerships as well, and it's going to benefit you probably. So yeah, thank you. Thank you for coming. I wish you good luck, like I said. And if you have anything what you still want to touch base on, here's a chance now.
Well, I think we covered down on everything. All the highlights that I can think of. Dual deck system, the built-in referral system, and of course the USDC dividends, which it's passive income. And yeah, that's gonna be the huge thing with this. So I don't know. I'll be hanging around the Vidiac Telegram group, and I'll even be monitoring your Telegram group as well. So if there are any other questions that come up that people are just too afraid to ask right now, or just maybe haven't thought of because they haven't had time to digest all of this, I'm around. Ask me. Shoot me a message, or ask it in the group, and we can all learn together.
Exactly. All right. Yeah. Thank you so much, and I wish you a good day and a good night, wherever you are.
Yeah, it's afternoon for me, so good night.
Okay.
To you.
Night
Thank you for doing this in your evening.
Yeah, all good, always. Yeah, thank you, and have a nice day, a nice rest Sunday, and enjoy.
You too. Thanks, TJ.
Thank you.